on this episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints.
Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, baby, oh, baby. I don't know why I did it 4 times. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into another video of Shooting the with Sands, man. Listen, it's time for the love list. Let's get down to business. I took the hat off. I said, fuck it, honestly. I'm sick of looking at myself with that hat on, so I look bummy. We're getting this shit done and put out, and I'm cleaning the house for the stream. Simple, easy, done. I'm throwing the TikToks up. Shut up and fucking pod. Bet round 1. CeeDee Lamb, baby. He averaged 7 catches and 80 yards a game last year. That is 15 points in a full point PPR league without a touchdown. Dak Prescott missed half the season. I don't have to go any further than that, but just to show. CeeDee Lamb averaged 6.7 catches a game exactly. Jamar Chase, 7.4. Amon-Ra St. Brown off double, back-to-back number 3 seasons, only averaged 0.1 catches more than him. So, I mean, he's putting up the numbers of all the guys that are up at the top tier. I really do think he could finish as wide receiver 1. I do, mostly with the Micah trade, the on-off stuff with Micah and the Cowboys and all the Cowboys fans trying to put nuance on it. It's okay. You are now the Cincinnati Bengals with half the offensive talent. Here we go. Yards per game. He also averaged 79.6. Malik Neighbors averaged 80.2. Amon-Ra St. Brown averaged 77.8. Like, I don't think there's a big gap between CD and Jamar. I don't think there's a massive gap there. If you want to talk about receiver rankings, of course, okay? But I don't think there's that much of a gap in this scenario. And guys, Dak is going to be throwing the ball a lot. They invested, if that's what you want to call it, at running back. Miles Sanders, a washed veteran. They have Jaden Blue, hurt his ankle, could be out. We don't know how long, really. And then they have Javonte Williams, who I've always thought was a good player, but he hasn't proven it outside of his rookie year, really. Came back the second year. He hasn't looked the same since he got hurt initially, and then he got a new regime, so he hasn't got a real chance to go. I just see them relying on their guy, on CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott to really, and obviously Pickens, to just move the ball down the field and pray they can score 31 and lose by a touchdown. Okay, on to the next guy, Bijan Robinson. The second guy here is really easy, man. It's a couple phrases. This is the year, period. He is the fantasy MVP, Bijan Robinson. Not much to say. I think this is the year he gives you that legendary Derrick Henry year, that legendary Saquon year, the crazy CMC years. I think he gives you one of those this year. To me, you are losing the first round if you have Bijan available and you don't take him. That's how I'll put it, no matter where he's at. All right. I will take him over any player on the board, easy. All right, number 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 3 times back-to-back, top 10 wide receiver, back-to-back, top 3 receiver. He is going at the bottom of the first round. You can get him with the 12th pick, the 10th pick, the 11th pick, the 8th pick. I mean, he is going deep, boys. Please go get him. Even his rookie year, he has never finished below wide receiver 20. First round, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb. Let's move on. Round 2, baby. Bucky Irving. I fucking love this guy. Last year, he finishes RB14. All right. Finished RB14. He had over 50% of the snaps only 6 times. In those 6 games, he averaged running back 7.5. Okay. You can round up to 8, round down to 7. I'm not going to skew the data for you. I'm just going to say he was running back 7.5. All right. He was RB9, RB5, RB16, RB11, RB1, and RB3. When he got 50% of the snaps or more, that's it. That's all he needs. He is a dynamic playmaker. Yes, Rachaad White is going to get in there, but he's not going to affect the underline, the bottom line for Bucky Irving. Okay. He's coming off a fantastic rookie season. We're going to run a little bit more. I am a Bucs fan once again. I don't like mentioning them because I don't like showing bias, but I am really all in on this guy, mostly with the Jalen McMillan injury. When I started doing this study, that's when it really started to hit me like, man, I think Bucky could go absolutely insane because he is effective out of the backfield catching the ball. He has improved his pass protection. So I think he is going to be the 3 down back, and he's going to get spelled a little bit here and there, but I think he's going to be a dominant fantasy player this year. I want to guarantee top 10 running back, but I'm not going to do all that. So second guy of the second round, Brian Thomas Jr. All right, Liam Cohen averaged 11 yards per attempt with Baker Mayfield. They get the ball out and down the field. That's what they want to do. Mostly with guys like Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. Trevor Lawrence has a rocket on his arm. Brian Thomas Jr. was top 20 in yards per reception. He had Mac Jones and no running game. I'm not scared of the Travis Hunter thing. I am more excited for the Travis Hunter thing. So now they have 2 things to worry about in his second year. I am much more happy with the Travis Hunter acquisition for Brian Thomas than I am on the negative side. All right, third guy of the second round, A.J. Brown. This is my favorite round of players. There's just so many players in the second round I think bring a lot of value, a lot. A.J. Brown, man, wide receiver 14 after missing 14 games, and when he missed, the offense looked incompetent. All right, he had 6 top 10 finishes, and he missed 4 games. That's half his fucking season. He's in the top 10, guys, on a team whose raw pass numbers have to go up. They have to. That high-powered of an offense, if you think they are getting worse, they pass more. If you think they are staying the same, they have to pass more. They are not going to run Saquon into the ground after that run he just had. There is no way. He had his 3rd highest yardage output of his career. He had his lowest number of targets since his rookie season, guys. I don't know what the fuck is going on with some of these guys like A.J. Brown. Why are we questioning? He is a top 3 wide receiver. He's arguably top 2, by the way. Just by the way. Him going this late is bananas to me. And just off his touchdown upside alone, he should be a first rounder. He checks every box. Do they have a super talented offense with a lot of shit to guard? Yeah. Is his quarterback protected? Is his quarterback good? Does his quarterback like him and throw to him? Yeah. Has he proven it in the past? Yeah. Move on. Fuck it. Chase Brown, man. The last guy of the second round. He's going to have unlimited possessions with the ball. I know that defense is one of the more unpredictable things in the NFL, as in the team that was 28th last year in the league can go to 15th, and that is a huge difference. Chase Brown is going to have so many possessions to touch the ball, and he got 75% of the snap share after he took over last year. He has no competition in this backfield. He's on a high-powered offense, weapons all around him. He can run free. Chase Brown also showed you everything you want from one of those late-round league-winning guys to make you know it is not a fluke. Okay, he won the job. He got 75% of the snap share. I already mentioned that. He showed you the big playability. He protected the ball, unlike a Tyrone Tracy, unlike a Rashad White at some points his rookie year, right? He showed he can stay in on third down because he can catch the ball and protect the quarterback. He's involved in the red zone. They trust him in goal line situations. He's shown everything to show you that it is not a fluke. He is here to stay. All right? This is a top 10 running back that you can get on. Once again, he was going in the 3rd round until about 2 weeks ago. On to the 3rd round. A position group I love is the mobile QB. I've been telling y'all this year, and let's just get this out the way before somebody says I'm copying Mike Clay. Mike Clay dropped that article in August. I've been talking about running quarterback since fucking July, since June. Check the videos. I think elite tight end and elite quarterback you have to get one of the 2 in this year's draft to me to make your team stand out and have a chance to really run your shit in your league, run that league and dominate, right? Because there's a lot of depth pieces in every single round that I am confident that when we get the final scoreboard of fantasy, it is not going to have one of those other than like the top 10. I'm talking about in the middle. from like 25 to 40, there is not going to be that massive 20-point drop, I don't think. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of separation in fantasy unless you get the top tier guys. And I think Hurts, Daniels, Lamar, and Josh are those guys. I think they can put you over the top, and Jalen Hurts is now just declining over and over. He's still going down to my draft date. He has gone down 2 spots in his ADP since 2 days ago. He has dropped to the mid-4th round currently. I'm telling you right now, you can go get him, okay? The second guy, everybody wants to be off of him. I am not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving you, Garrett. Garrett Wilson, guys, I don't give a fuck how many goddamn Justin Fields throwing compilations you throw at me. Do you think I haven't seen him throw before the preseason? Did you think that I was like, oh, Justin Fields got better? Or do you think I don't know who Justin Fields is, or that his running ability made me think he could just put up fantasy points so he's going to throw to Garrett? No. You know what it is? They were college teammates. If Justin Fields completes 14 out of 38 fucking passes, 9 of them are going to Garrett Wilson. Y'all scream target funnel at people like JSN. I'm screaming target funnel to the QB proven target funnel. I do not give a fuck who is throwing him the ball, man. There are quarterback proof receivers. The guy is fucking quarterback proof. Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco had him all his rookie season, 3 different quarterbacks, still finished wide receiver 21. When the trade happened for Devontae ended up in the top 10 in points per week after the trade on the Jets. Garrett Wilson still finished wide receiver 11 in half-point PPR formats. Guys, I'm sorry. You're not getting me off Garrett. And if you have any other thing other than who's throwing him the ball, because I hate to tell you, I don't give a fuck who's fucking throwing it. Dude, my heart rate dead ass got up. I for real got pissed off just now. I just keep reading articles about telling people to get off Garrett Wilson. I'm not going to stand for it. It's like I'm his relative. Like I just mentioned previously, I said it in June and July. I want elite tight end and elite quarterback. Don't forget that. There's proof on my page. Go check it. Okay. Trey McBride, another guy. I just love the MHJ bump. I like Kyler as a quarterback. I don't want him on my team. I like him as a fantasy quarterback, I should say. I like him as a fantasy quarterback throwing to my guys. I do like him like that. In the 4th round, I believe I have one guy. No, I have two. The first guy is his teammate, Marvin Harrison Jr. I've spoken about him a lot. There's a difference between peeping and sleeping and love. This is a top 10 wide receiver candidate, and I'll say it with my chest. That is a top 10 wide receiver candidate in fantasy this year. He was top 25 in yards per target and reception. He is a deep ball threat, and that was with Trey McBride on his team. I think he's going to get better. I am addicted, once again, to the breakout archetype. I love a guy who has the generational tag in his 2nd year, not the rookie in the 1st round that's a running back. Okay? I love the generational tag. That was like a Justin Jefferson rookie year. The 800 to 1,000 yards, nothing eye-popping, but you know that kid is cold. And we're disappointed in his rookie year, and he still pulled in 60 catches, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns, something like that. I think he's going to ball out this year. I'm looking at 90 catches, 1,000+ yards, and close to 10 touchdowns this year for Marvin Harrison Jr. I really do think that. This next guy, I have never put him on a list. I've never really talked about him extensively because of my biases, because of where he stands in my franchise. Mike Evans is going wide receiver 17. 4 out of his last 5 seasons, he has not made it outside of the top 10 in fantasy. Do you think the decline is coming? Do you? I don't. And the thing is, I thought it was happening last year, and he came out and he looked like regular Mike Evans. He hadn't declined at all, and I don't see it happening this year. I don't. Mike Evans, without Chris Godwin last year, Listen to this. 48 catches, 670 yards, 5 touchdowns in only 7 games. That is on pace for a season. That is half a season of data, by the way, damn near. It's like 47% of a season. That for a whole season would be 112 catches, 1,530 yards, and 11 touchdowns. There's no Chris Godwin. There's no Jalen McMillan. He hasn't made it outside the top 10 in 4 out of the last 5 years and has not finished lower than 17th in 9 out of his 10 seasons. I mean, Mike Evans at this point is value. High value in your fantasy drafts. Secondly, I have 2 teammates. I like these guys. Denver Broncos and Cortland Sutton. He loves a Marquise Colston. He loves a big-bodied ass receiver. He loved Jimmy Graham. He loved those guys. I put big body in Sean Payton, 3 check marks. He is the only red zone target on the team. I don't see Franklin being one. I don't see Marvin Mims being one. And I think with the teammate that I'm talking about next, with the addition of RJ Harvey, they're kind of showing who they are. And RJ Harvey, I'm in on him because a lead back in Sean Payton's offense usually leads to good things. Now, last year it did not. Yeah, the lead back in Sean Payton's offense is just a killer all the time. I think they had Pierre Thomas at one point, Darren Sproles, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, those type of guys. They really kill. And yeah, so I'm in on RJ. I'm in on Cortland. I like both those guys. I think the offense is going to be good. I'm not saying draft both of them in the same round. I'm saying they bring their own value each one, and mostly RJ Harvey in PPR formats. In my standard league, I bet RJ Harvey is ranked very, very low. And then the last guy, a simple one, Pacheco. I think he's being undervalued now. I think it is worth a 5th-round pick to go see what you can get, mostly if you're a heavy RB drafter. I think it is worth a pick at Pacheco because there's not going to be any competition for goal line work. They were scrambling to find a starting running back without him. They didn't know what to do without him. They went and got Kareem Hunt back on the team when Pacheco got hurt. So I think they are looking at Pacheco as the workhorse back, the goal line back. And I know Patty Mahomes is always going to throw on the goal line, but I think the Chiefs get back to this dynamic offense. I don't care about the Rashee Rice suspension, probably because they made it to like the Super Bowl without him. The first guy of round 6. This is going to be the last round, guys. I think the late round hates are more important than late round loves because I think you can filter through who I like with looking at the hate list. So let's get into it. Round 6, Travis Kelce. The Chiefs have been top 5 in throws inside the 10, inside the 20, inside the 5 ever since Patty Mahomes became the quarterback. Travis Kelce had 7 catches inside the 10. That was 3rd most in the NFL. He had 2 touchdowns on those catches. The guys above him, Jonnu Smith, had the same amount of catches as him, 7. He had 6 touchdowns on 7 catches inside the 10. George Kittle had 6 touchdowns on 8 catches inside the 10. Travis Kelce is going to get his work done this year. He's engaged. He had the relationship. It was a weird year for Kansas City, a hell year. Guys, top targets out all year. Hollywood Brown didn't play a game, it seemed like. Rashee Rice was out for most of the season. The offensive line injuries, they had, 4 different starting tackles. I think they're going to improve immensely. I think they're going to be great this year on offense, and I just see Travis Kelce obviously being a part of that. I don't think he's going to go 100 catches, 1,400 yards, and 15 touchdowns, but I think he's going to have a good year, mostly at a position that is dog shit. All right, Calvin Ridley. Y'all went too far with him. I've always been a Ridley guy. Call it bias. He is wide receiver 30 on ADP. He's never finished below wide receiver 25. He's coming off back-to-back seasons of 1,000 yards. Mason Rudolph, Will Levis. Does that ring any bells to you? What are we talking about? This is an easy decision. Go get Calvin fucking Ridley. He's going to be a top 20 wide receiver chilling every week. He may have some down weeks, yes, with a rookie quarterback. He is going to have much more upside, much more touchdown upside, much more anything upside with Cam Ward at quarterback and not fucking Will Levis. All right? The last guy in the 6th round, the last guy of the video. I've been preaching these 3 guys all year, honestly. They were on my peeping. They're on my love list. Zay Flowers is getting drafted wide receiver 28. I don't know how that's possible. I genuinely don't know how he would finish below wide receiver 28. I think he's the number 1 target. Stop mentioning Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews' value came in the red zone. I get it. He's their go-to guy in the red zone. I think tight ends die early. All right? I didn't think Mark Andrews would have 11 touchdowns, and neither did you. That's why he lasted till the 7th round last year. And the stat that I go off of, once again, I talk about breakouts. The stat that I saw, 34% of breakouts happen if a receiver ever reaches the top 10, becomes a wide receiver 1. 34% of the time, it happens in fucking year 3. I was going to say round 3. In year 3. Go get Zay Flowers. The chemistry is there with Lamar. He's just going to keep getting better. At some point, Zay's going to have a breakout year. And to be honest, guys, this is his make or break year for public reception on him. Like, we're going to receive him very well. We're going to put him on the underdrafted list on next year's board immediately if he spazzes this year. He will also go into my DK Metcalf category, where if I don't have Zay Flowers or I have him, either way, I'm not impressed. It's like some weeks you want him, some weeks you're glad you don't have him. And yeah, that's the list, guys. The love list. Thank you all for listening. This is the end of the preseason, guys. It's over. All right. It's time to do the real shit. We will do weekly content. We will still be pumping content out. I'll be pumping out the shorts and the TikToks. It's actually going to be much less hectic during the season. It's going to be way easier to do content. So a lot of that shit's going to be coming out quick, fast, and in a hurry. So be looking out for it. I'm going to be doing some sleeper drafts in the middle of the league, doing some buy-ins, $5, $10 leagues. We'll see what we can do. See what bills need to be paid first, and then we'll gamble money away for my YouTube career. So we'll get into that. And throughout the season, I'll be doing trades and all that in-season shit, man. So thank you all for the journey. I love you all. Peace.